And welcome back to the Constitutionals Podcast. I'm your host, Chad White. If you didn't know, this is a premier podcast for the website, cpluscomedy.com. Like I just said, it's a website. Go there just as soon as I start recording. The women that live upstairs want to do little stompy stomps. Get their exercise in for the day. It sounds like I'm making fun of them, and it is exactly what I'm doing. Welcome back to the Constitutionals. This is episode 137, I believe, or 136. If I'm wrong, it's 137. Like I said, I'm real shit, White. This is a... Jesus. I could just hear and feel every stomp. This is it. Very late episode recording. Oh, God. What's going on here? Very late episode recording. I'm sitting way too far on the edge of this futon, but I just got to get this crap out of here so I can hurry up and do it. What? No. What am I talking about? Anyway, late recording. Supposed to record last Wednesday. Got a little bit too busy, then a little bit too tired, and a little bit too sad. Then Thursday happened. Meant to do it Thursday. Took a nap. Didn't do it. Thursday was Thanksgiving. Friday. Friday, didn't do it. Saturday, didn't do it. And here we are, the last minute on Sunday. Well, it's 4:27. Literally, truly, just got done watching The Irishman. Which is Martin Scorsese's latest film epic over there on the Netflix. I enjoyed my time with it. Sorry, I'm typing in The Irishman into Google there. I just scratched myself right on camera. It's showing at two different movie theaters. Well, one is near me. I don't know where this other one is. Landmark Midtown Cinema, my local art house cinema station. Jesus. Anyway. Good movie. 3 hours and 19 minutes without credits. 3 hours and 29 minutes with credits. Scorsese, De Niro. Let's see who else is in it. Pacino, Pesci. Everyone did a wonderful job. Writing is fantastic. The screenplay was written by Steven Zalman, who'd also done The Falcon and the Snowman. Oh, Schindler's List. Good for him. The first Mission Impossible. Hannibal. Okay, well, Gangs of New York. Okay, I do want to see that movie. All the King's Men. American Gangster. I enjoyed that movie. Moneyball, a movie that I own on DVD. One of the few I own on DVD and have yet to see. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Another movie I love and own. Red Sparrow. He's an executive producer on that. Irishman. Okay. Anyway, he has a career that has its ups and downs with movies. It sounds like a tag, and it's not. Irishman was wonderful. It sucks that it's not in theaters. I did compliment everything about it. I really did enjoy the movie, not because it's Oscar bait or anything. One thing that needs to be said about The Irishman: Netflix bankrolled this movie. It looks like a Netflix movie. That's not I don't want to be mean. It's not an attack on anything. It's lit just like a Netflix movie. If you look. And by that, I mean, if you look at any of the Netflix movies of the past 6 years, any of the movies that Netflix specifically paid for and that came out on it, they have the specific lighting. And it's kind of like the lighting I'm in right now. It's just bland, like they just pointed lights at the camera, at the people, without any consideration of what's supposed to be happening. It doesn't have it doesn't have 13:9 widescreen. Is that what it is? I don't know. 6:9. It's not widescreen. It's it's a full screen movie that's very bright in the sunny parts and still kind of bright in the dark parts. And then you couple that with I watched Booksmart. It's on Hulu. I watched Booksmart last night, and that's a comedy that was released in theaters under Annapurna Pictures. And even though it's not an Oscar bait film, it looks the part of a movie that was theatrically released. So Irishman, it's while really, really good, it's something that's not going to probably age well in terms of looks. But otherwise, direction is fine. Writing is even better. Acting is just on top. It's a very white movie. And when you can separate, art, and look at it, if you can look at a movie and go, okay, this movie's good, great acting, great directing, everything's good about it. and you take a step back and see that there is something missing, and it's people of color. I mean, there's women all over the movie. And I know I saw something about De Niro had to defend Anna Paquin's role that was, I would say completely silent, but mostly silent. And her role was as a daughter. I don't know if she was the youngest. I think she was the youngest daughter, or the second youngest daughter of De Niro's family. And her role was, from when she was a young age, she was watching her father do all this gangster stuff. She watched him literally beat a man in the street for pushing her. She would see him go out and ask him, "Where are you going?" And he's like, I'm going to do work." But he'd be like carrying a gun in his pocket and have some extra clothes with him. And we would have all this stuff. And then literally when Anna Paquin came in, I think about halfway through the movie, as the older version of this girl. Spoiler alert, even though it's not a biography, it is based on a book. She didn't say anything. She would still have the stoic look of the stoic knowingness look of, my dad is a gangster and he's killed people. He paints houses, as they say. And that was her role. And I think that role is more powerful than her, had they made her say something. If they just made her say, "Dad, you shouldn't be killing people. This is I don't believe you." They're Italian, so that's my Italian voice. Anyway, good movie. Bobby Cannavale, Ray Romano, Harvey Keitel, Jesse Plemons. See, I'm just naming white people. Well, white people I like. I was gonna say love. Sebastian Maniscalco. I don't know why I stopped myself. Just a slew of people. But again, at least women had talking roles. There was one person of color that had a role, and that was it the last 10 minutes of the movie. And she was a nurse to De Niro's Frank Sheeran. There was a part. I just got a text. You can hook up your phone, your Android phone, to Microsoft via an app called Your Phone. It doesn't work too well, and it's not too hot. It doesn't look too cool, but it works sometimes. This movie, Irishman, truly, really good movie. Watch it. Set aside an entire afternoon. I watched it in one sitting, just like I've recently decided, and recently I mean within the past couple of days, if I watch a show and I stop it halfway through an episode, I gotta finish the episode very soon. I don't want to be one of those people that just has things stopped halfway through. I watched Booksmart last night. Wonderful film. Oh my God, Olivia Wilde did such a good job directing. She took more chances directing that movie than Scorsese took the entirety of The Irishman. An entirety 3.5 hours of The Irishman. Booksmart, starring Beanie Feldstein and I don't know the other girl's name. The other girl is named Olivia something, I believe. She's on Last Man Standing. Caitlin Dever. I was very off. That movie, very funny. Very, very, very funny. If there was a, I hope, and I know awards truly don't matter, but I still love the Oscars. I still love the Emmys. I still like the Golden Globes. But if that movie needs to be nominated for Best Original Screenplay, Emily Halpern and who else did it? Sarah Haskins, both comedy writers. I think they comedy team wrote this. Susanna Fogel and Katie Silberman. Which again, I think there's too many people to write for a movie. But if the end product is this, then have at you. Like I said, Olivia Wilde directed. Dan the Automator did music. The only negative thing I have to say about this movie, or two negative things. Tropish. Beanie Feldstein, sister to Jonah Hill, who got his breakout role in Superbad with Michael Cera. This movie is very much like Superbad, so much so that in the same tropic nature is that there is a part where the main characters break up. They fight, they break up. I don't think, it's 2019, if we can have a movie about two women trying to have to party and to get laid and all this stuff, and also one of them is a lesbian, then we can also get rid of tropes. We don't need a fight, because they got back together truly within like 3 minutes. The movie's 90 minutes long, 105 minutes long. They got back together within like 5 minutes. Is the camera moving? Oh my God, this is embarrassing. If you hang tight, I'm going to move the camera back. All right, so the GoPro's been moving because I have it in such a way. Cool. Let's get it to that. Oh, jeez. You know what? This is so embarrassing, but I'm going to keep this all in. I urge you to watch the video version of this podcast. All right, I have it situated. You know what? I really have to push this episode out, so this is gonna have to how it's gonna have to look. It's just sitting on the tripod, and half the tripod is blocking it. Okay, hold on. I gotta actually fix this. Oh, this is embarrassing. Let's see. You know, we should just go to break. I didn't want to do a freaking break, but here we go. All right, 3, 2, 1, we're back from break. All right, I better hurry this up. Jesus, everyone's just so loud today. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, Booksmart. Booksmart's being very tropish. Sorry, I was looking at another text message. I was looking at one text message. And then what else happened in the past week? Oh, yeah, last weekend I did a little bit of video work for some famous people. No big deal. It's really just ESPN analysts. I hung out with a couple of famous people last week. Ed Reed. I went to the Falcons Stadium. I was in the press box, and he was there. He was right next to me. Let's see, LaChina Robinson, who was the person I was helping out. Bob Rathbun. LaChina works for ESPN. Bob works for the Atlanta Hawks as the announcer. And then also, I was on Thanksgiving Day. No, the day before Thanksgiving. I was volunteering, preparing some Thanksgiving meals with Hosea Helps. Hosea Feeds the Hungry. And Dikembe Mutombo was right behind me. And it was crazy. He walked in. He only did it for a couple hours. I was there for like 5. But he walked in. All the police officers were like high-fiving him and stuff. And then I knew who he was. And then you know, I would say if there were 100 people there that day, then I would say maybe 30 knew who he was. Or maybe 40. But not everyone knew who he was. And he was right behind me. He was cutting open cans of vegetables. And you could hear in his voice that was Dikembe Mutombo. And also he confirmed it was him. And people were walking up or like near him going, "You don't know who that is? No, guy." And I said, "Oh my gosh, guys, don't do that." In my head, I didn't say it to these people because I didn't know. People don't do that. Let this man just volunteer and live his life. Anyway, here's that. So, you know, I just hang around famous people all the time. Listen, we actually have to get through some topics. And they're not topics that you would think that there are. These are topics that I've been holding off for 4 weeks now. Oh, this is news time. I should not close out of that. These are the mid-season schedules for the networks that are going to be airing starting in January. As I was looking at Hulu, some stuff on Hulu this past weekend, and I thought to myself, or this past weekend, I thought to myself, networks are getting better, and I'm talking about network TV. Network TV is getting better at not having hiatuses. And by that, I mean 3 years ago when The Flash was on, when it was just Flash and Arrow. Let's take a look at those. When it's Flash and Arrow on television. Or when Flash and Arrow were just starting, rather. they used to take breaks, I would say, every couple of episodes. So, especially during Flash Season 1. So, Flash Season 1, you would get like 3 or 4 episodes, and then they would take like a 4-week break. And then you would get 2 more episodes, and then like another 4 weeks, another 3 weeks. And it just it'd be so annoying, and it wouldn't be conducive to how television is now. But now, since we have Netflix dropping things or dropping seasons, and you can watch them all at once, Disney Plus and Hulu opting to air episodes once a week, Amazon Prime dropping everything at once, HBO dropping everything once a week, everything weekly, Showtime everything weekly, even Comedy Central everything weekly, with the exception of South Park. But things do and don't exist in a vacuum anymore. But if you want appointment viewing, I think especially, excuse me, I just opened something, especially the CW and other networks realize that if you want appointment viewing to be, if you don't want to lose viewers, even if you are dropping the live ratings and live plus 3 day, then it's better to air your shows on a weekly basis rather than taking these long hiatuses. Like this year alone, I think in between Flash, Batwoman, Supergirl, and Arrow and Black Lightning, they've only taken, Flash, I think, has only gone off the air 2 weeks at most. No, 2 weeks, and then they did a week off, I think, at one point. But, you're not missing it. Whereas, because if I lose Flash on a Tuesday, what I think is going to be on, then I'm going to replace that hour with something else. His Dark Materials, 9 o'clock, HBO. I'll watch that instead of watching Arrow. 8 o'clock, I'll watch The Great British Bake Off. And then I'll do that again next week, and maybe I'll miss Flash again, and Arrow. I don't know. It's just getting better. These are the winter schedules. This one comes from Deadline. This is CBS. This is written by Nelly and Driva. Jesus, Deadline, these pop-ups are killing me. This is why I don't read the Wrap anymore. Also, I don't read the Wrap anymore is because it's now a paid website. So CBS, their winter schedule starts Tuesday, January 7th. You get NCIS and a couple of FBI shows. Undercover Boss Criminal Minds on January 8th. Wednesday, January 15th continues. What is the comedies? Okay. Thursday, February 6th. That's when the comedies return. Young Sheldon, Unicorn Mom, Carol's Second Act. What is Tommy? I don't know what that is. They only have one night for comedy. Well, that's it. There you go. What is Tommy? Tommy is a new series in equal parts political, procedural, family drama. I'm done. Edie Falco. That's who stars in it. Yeah, this is why I held this for so long. What else is in the news? This next one comes from TV Line, written by Michael Auciello. Fox unveils midseason 2020 schedule. I skipped over CBS. I just kind of glazed over CBS. I want to do it so bad right now. I kind of glazed over CBS because they don't really have that many comedies. I've been watching Bob Hart's Abishola, and I told that to somebody this weekend at Thanksgiving. On Thanksgiving, a friend, and I said I didn't watch. They mentioned like some show on Netflix or something. They said, "Do you watch this?" And I said, "No." And they go, "But you watch Bob Hart's Abishola." And I paused and I said, rather than say it's a good show or something, I said I'm trying to promote diversity. Which is true. I'm trying to promote diversity, especially on CBS, where it's a network that doesn't have a lot of people, that didn't a couple of years ago have a lot of people of color, but now we got a Hispanic MacGyver. FBI's got Boris Kojo, I believe. I don't know. I've never seen it. There's just so many people of color on these shows. All right. There's no timetable for the next season of Hell's Kitchen. That's a show that airs on Fridays anyway. Sunday to December. No. We're skipping to January. Please, I don't care about these other shows. Last Man Standing returns on Thursday with an hour premiere with 2 episodes at 8:00. Thursday, January 2nd. Tuesday, January 7th. Gordon Ramsay's 24 Hours to Hell and Back. I love that show. It's so great. Take everything that he does in, what is it? Not Kitchen Impossible, not Restaurant Impossible. What's it called? What's that show he does where he stays with not Hell's Kitchen? God, what is it called? I watch all these shows and I don't even know. There is a bug in here. Okay, well, it's gone. Anyway, Lone Star, the 911 spinoff. I used to watch that, but now I am single, so I don't watch anymore. Lego Masters. Oh, it looks like The Simpsons returns on February 16th. Oof, jeez Louise. Simpsons, Bob Burgers, and Family Guy, along with a show called Duncanville, and I assume it's a cartoon. So they return on February 16th. We're going to go 2 months without them? December to... I mean, they're going to air tonight and maybe next week, but I can't imagine they air one before Christmas Eve. So we're going to go 6 weeks without them. What is Duncanville? Duncanville is an animated comedy that revolves around a 15-year-old boy named Duncan and his friends and family, including his mother, Annie, who is constantly trying to prevent her son from ruining his life. Starring Amy Poehler, Ty Burrell, Rashida Jones, Wiz Khalifa, Ricky Lindholm. I've been watching Bless the Hearts, and it has a very good cast. Kristen Wiig, Maya Rudolph, and Ike Barinholtz. And if Duncanville is anything like that, I don't want to watch it. No offense to Bless the Hearts, but it's not a good show. I'm looking it up. Don't worry, I'm looking it up. Let's see. Fox. I think I just typed in FX. No, it's Fox. There's no... Hold on. Okay. How can you have a cartoon show that's premiering in less than 2 months, and it doesn't have a still out there, what the animation looks like? Do you just expect people to watch this show on February 16th? There's no trailer out yet. Maybe they'll release one this week. All right, the last... Is that the last one? I guess did I skip over NBC? I guess I did. All right. There is no ABC one. I couldn't find one. I've been looking for one for weeks. Which is also part in why I didn't do this for a couple weeks. Okay. Let's see. The CW. This is from Deadline, written by Denise Petsky. CW's Midseason is going to feature Katie Keene, the return of Legends of Tomorrow in Roswell, New Mexico. Legends of Tomorrow, I believe, starts with it's the end of Crisis on Infinite Earths. Ooh, that's going to be good. And Arrow's last episode airs right before it, January 21st. Oh, man, this is going to be crazy. Crisis. I don't like the way they're doing it. I don't like the way they're doing 3 episodes, and next week. Yeah, next week. Next week is Crisis. Ooh. Starting with Supergirl and Batwoman and then Flash. And they're going to put Black Lightning on Flash. And then he's going to have like 2 scenes and then that'll be it. That is so stupid. So stupid how hard somebody walks on the floor. Can you hear her singing? Because I can hear her through the headphones. Maybe I should turn that down a little bit. No, I just turned it up. All right. There you go. It is down. Hopefully you can't hear anything. Katie Keene is going to star. This is the spinoff of Riverdale starring Lucy Hale. I'm not going to watch it. Let's skip on down. Oh, that's it. That's all I have. And then Supernatural and Roswell. Well, I guess that's it for that. Let's move on to NBC. The Good Place series finale is the big thing that they have going on for comedy, at least. America's Got Talent. Some news going on there. Apparently it's a little bit of a sexist Me Too area. Manifest returns January 6th as well. Oh boy. That's a show I stopped halfway through. And I've been just been forcing myself to try to finish the first season. Thursday, January 30th. Good Place series finale at 30 p.m. Then the following week, February 6th, Brooklyn Nine-Nine returns with 2 episodes. Will and Grace New Time, and then Indebted at 9:30. And then Brooklyn Nine-Nine continues at 8:30. Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. What is that? Good Girls returns. Not that many comedies. Well, I get it. I guess that's all you got. That's all you get for whatchamacallit. Do I have anything else? No. I just want to get this episode up and out before the week started. I mean, it won't be out before Monday. It'll be out Monday. Today is Sunday. Because I'm very lazy. This isn't a good show. And I think that's all that matters. That's all that matters. That's the title. Listen, if you like what you're hearing, another website, peoplescomedy.com, some stuff. And if you want to see a video version of this podcast, if you want to see me fussing around with the camera for a little bit, youtube.com/peoplescomedy. Don't watch it. Don't watch this episode. Watch the other episodes. This is the 71st episode of video I've done. If you want to see 250 some odd episodes of a show, you can also find on youtube.com/peoplescomedy News Time, which is like an entertainment news show, like the Daily Show, except way less funny. Take one topic, talk about it for about 5 minutes. Sometimes 10, sometimes 13, sometimes 4. This week's episode was about The Irishman. How everybody hates it. Or everybody hates this release. The way it released. Good movie. Booksmart's good. I also watched, for the first time, 3:10 to Yuma. I remember being a child and watching that movie. Renting it at my local Blockbuster. Or Netflix. I forgot which one. And watching it and then falling asleep in the middle of it. Because it was a Western. I was young. I didn't know anything. I didn't know any better. But now I like Westerns because of work. And there we go. All right. That's it. Bye.